Hello, this is Dr. Brett Butterfield at Nampa Naturopathic Health Clinic, and today I want to introduce you to a first aid kit for patients. So some products that you can have in your home, things that you can use when you get sick unexpectedly. And so these are great things that I really recommend. I use these all the time in my personal life. So this kit was put together by my mentor, Dr. Kevin Millay, and it comes with a handout with instructions for each product. So I'm going to go through them one at a time. First one is viral aid, and so this is any time you get a viral infection. Okay, viral infections can come on quickly, and typically you think of like flus, colds, that kind of thing. And this product can be taken as many as 12 capsules in a day, and you can put in a tea. It's if you feel yourself starting to get sick, then you can take some viral aid. Okay? Next one is attack. Attack is for bacterial infections. Bacterial infections can also be acute. Typically they look angrier. So if you got a sore throat and you look inside and it's really just this bright red, and there's also what we call exudates. So if you see the pus or in the eyes, if it's a conjunctivitis, pink eye infection, it'll just be really pussy and a lot of mucus and things like that, and it'll usually be redder. There's some things to look for bacterial infections. Take as many as 8 a day of these when you get an acute bacterial infection. Next one, BCT. I don't travel without BCT oil. This is a blend of essential oils, and you can use it for anything topical is kind of your first go-to. So that means anything you put on your skin or you put it in your nose. You can put it in a cotton ball for ear infections. Okay, and there's instructions here then for sinus infections, sore throat, and then there's also one for traveler's diarrhea. So you're traveling, you start getting diarrhea, and you put some of the BCT in empty capsules. So I supply empty capsules as part of this first aid kit, and we call it a BCT bomb, and it just cleans out any of those nasty microorganisms that are causing you to have digestive issues. Okay? So these are all from a company called Professional Botanicals that's been around for 40 plus years. It's a great company. It's my main line of products that I use. I'm going to jump ahead and do one more. There's products called Cranberry Complex, and that's for if you get urinary tract infection primarily. Has a lot of the same properties as attack, because most urinary tract infections are bacterial, most of them, but also has the added benefit of cranberry. As much as a quart of cranberry juice goes into each capsule there, so it's very potent as far as that goes. Next is one called Lowalsin, and Lowalsin is typically used for several things. It could be for usually yeast infections, so that could be genital or athlete's foot. You can also use it as a body wash, and it's a really great one to have around as well. Next is going to be, sometimes you get hit so hard that it just knocks you off your feet, and we do have some really great TBM procedures that I do in order to help you recover very quickly from getting sick. You don't want it, sometimes can knock you out for a week or two if it gets you just right. So if you can't even get out of bed to get to my office, then I have a solution for you, and that's going to be 7-Up and Alka-Seltzer. So you can put 7-Up, I'd say about half this can, so only 4 ounces in a small bowl or glass, whatever. And then you put one of these Alka-Seltzer packs in it, and you lick it up like a dog, okay? And just lapping it up like that will settle your stomach and settle your body enough that you can get to my office and we can do some TBM procedures. You know, hopefully you've got these other lines of defenses as well, and so you can be ready for anything that comes your way. Okay, so that's the main kit that Dr. Malay put together. However, since then, there's some other things that I think can be really great. And so I'll either offer these as an add-on to the first aid kit, or maybe you're someone who's never had a urinary tract infection, so you might want to switch this one out, the cranberry complex. Well, one of my other favorites from Professional Botanicals, and this is actually a 2,000-year-old formula, is their lungs and mucus formula. So if you do get this really deep kind of chest cold and you got the mucus in there and you're coughing, then I really like lungs and mucus, and this can also be taken as a tea or as capsules, whichever you prefer. I got one here called Stress Complex, which if you're just under a lot of stress. Vitamin C is a must anytime you get sick, and this is really, you don't have to go, people try and go too fancy oftentimes with vitamin C. I find good old-fashioned ascorbic acid works great, so here's one that I offer. Iodine is really important for any acute infection, so this is one that you take orally. Iodine is the chemical immune agent in your body, and really important for any infection. All right, and both the iodine and loalsin are from a great company, a very old company called TPCS. All of my patients take iodine, and then all my patients are on vitamin D, but if you're wanting extra, then vitamin D is something I offer. I have a kit, a homeopathic kit with 240 remedies and as many as 4 potencies. If you know your remedy, if you have a remedy that you're wanting, we can add it here with your first aid kit. But one I specifically like for a first aid kit is called arnica. And arnica is a great remedy for any time maybe you fall, you trip and fall or fall downstairs, whatever it is. Anytime you get bruised or beat up, arnica is a great remedy to take, and it helps you recover faster. Okay? Along with the 7-Up and Alka-Seltzers, I have an additional handout called What to Do When I Get the Flu, and it tells you, explains the procedures that I mentioned. It also has some acupuncture points that you can use at home, simply tapping on some acupuncture points that will help you feel better. So these are great remedies that you can use that are all part of this first aid kit you can have available to you. Highly recommend having this in your home so that you don't get taken out when you get sick. Thanks so much, and if you have any questions, let me know.